walking left at everything I say. Oh, she wants me. Oh, she was a dime, but I couldn't imagine making her mine. When I see it, I see your face. I always knew it would be hard to replace you, but it's fine, it's okay, it's okay. You will always have your place, we'll be okay.
Hey. What up, peoples? What up? Welcome to Dear Summer, of course. Today is Thursday, our favorite day, of course. Enjoying our day today. We want to welcome you to our fitness show today. What's up? How y'all doing today?
Chilling.
Hope everybody's having a good day. I got a little bit of things to talk about today. I had a pretty decent day, but what I want to talk about is, when you're going through your blessings and things are coming at you, you got those things that's coming at you, trying to knock you off the road, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you just got to stay focused because, whether you want to worry or believe it or not, sometimes some blessings is right up under your feet already, bro. So I'm experiencing a day like that where I'm being blessed and I just got to, kind of tune out all the craziness and just bother you. The world is crazy, so it's a lot going on, so it could be a, a major distraction and all of that, but, what keeps me focused, is family, my friends, and I got a lot of things in front of me I want to, make sure I get done.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
I got a lot of singing going on. If you guys been paying attention to my pages, I'm really going hard, going deep with my music this year. Not like any other year. Any other year, I put out a single here, I put out a single there. It was rocking, did something with it, but
turning it up.
this year is a little bit more serious. I got some things in my pocket. I'm not gonna discuss. Want to keep that secret, that full disclosure. But it's going really, really well. I just came out the studio a couple of days ago, recorded a new jump off, so that's vibrating good. I got about 3 more songs lined up. I got a couple photo shoots in front, and it's about to be spring and summertime. So, that's where we come in, because for all the things that we do, from martial arts to dancing, and just me being me, you gotta stay in shape, man. Your body gotta be right. You gotta eat right and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, I know I got a lot on my plate in front of me. What you got going on in your plate?
Yeah, and you know what? I was just talking about this too, about the preparation. And like you said, staying in shape.
If you got goals, that's the biggest focus that you can have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm working on some ebooks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm working on some ebooks.
Okay.
Finishing up that, and we gonna go to the next level with video. So we
No
working
doubt,
on
no doubt.
the other things.
Man, we got something big working on. My head is just all over the place right now.
Preparing for next year.
I'm preparing for next month. I got something popping. I just can't reveal it until it's actually concrete. You know what I mean? What you got popping, brother? Because I know you got something going on.
I just did the Apollo yesterday.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Came in third
That's
place.
what's up. Okay.
Right.
Certified.
There you go.
Even though I know you better than third place, Apollo, I know what they're doing. I did the Apollo before, so I don't cast no judgment when it comes to the Apollo, because the Apollo is basically based on who you bring in.
Yeah.
It's not based on your talent. It's based on who's in the audience.
I can't say that.
It is.
Because I never bring anybody.
Me neither.
So I've done one first place and did all that. So it's like.
I did the first round and I won, right? When I had to come back for the second round, there was a Oriental girl that was singing. Yo, she had mad family. I'm not being funny about this neither. She had mad family there. After they seen what happened in the first round, when it was my turn to go, all I got was boo, boo. Until I was off, bro. I was like.
Until the Sandman came out.
Yeah,
I didn't make it that far. I'm glad. I'm like, damn.
I like my spot where I'm at the Apollo. I'll plead the fifth.
You need people to win the Apollo, not talent. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it was a good
now that we talked about ourselves enough,
Right.
y'all got a good feel of who we are and the things that we doing. The things where we like to have fun. Oh, when is it? When is it?
On our first day of spring,
Which is?
March 20th.
How about to say your birthday?
I was like, wait a minute, I got a birthday too coming up
Which is?
in August.
First day of the summer solstice.
Your birthday is March what?
March 20th.
What we doing?
Everything. Drinking a little something.
You might
something.
You might want to redefine everything when you bring me to a party.
Yeah.
We just gonna leave that right there.
All right, y'all.
We gonna leave
And
that.
I'm gonna get that birthday workout too.
Oh yeah, facts. We definitely gonna talk about that. But
All right.
Today we got our little show popping.
Oh,
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be hanging out with Todd today, so whatever workout he do, I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get myself back in shape and just, you know, martial arts, muscle memory. Right, over there. Martial arts, muscle memory. Say that 3 times at home. And of course, we got Robin. Robin has his thing going on with the dancing. We got a guest that's already here. He waiting. He in the back. He warming up. You know, he getting his cut ready. He got his hoodie on. You know, he doing his thing. I ain't all that good at it, but you know, Robin, he turns it up. But hey, you know what it is. We're gonna go right to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get started with Dear Summer.
Yeah, because I got to check under my foot to see if that blessing is there.
It's there. It's there. It's there.
All I see is gum right now.
No, you gotta
I'll
look
be
deeper.
back. I'll check.
Look deeper. Look under the carpet, under the floor. Let's lean down on the sleeping floor.
Nah,
It's right there. It's right there. I saw it. I walked on it. I know about it. We'll be back.
Was that?
This is what goes on at this crosswalk at this time. Something like this.
3 minutes. All right, so you said
Joe.
what you need? What you need? An upbeat?
So I had to double take. Looking back so hard at baby girl, I thought my neck would break. And I
On,
couldn't help
Facebook?
but look down. Cause you got the cake, but at the same time, I'm praying your booty ain't fake. Melted when I seen your
Nah,
bright
this is-
smile on your angelic face. No signs of a hood rat, baby girl. I like your style and grace. Hope you let me gaze at you some more while we on a date. And you look mixed, but I don't really care about your race. Just give me the date and time. I promise I'll
Tony
be
Baker,
late.
the martial
By
artist?
way you smell so
Oh,
good.
'cause there's a
Can
martial
I
artist
just
that he
as
makes-
I see
he-
you with your friend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a martial artist comedian that he makes fun of everything. He was making fun of the guy that was talking about he has a death touch that he pushes people when they fell. He said, I got the death touch. Scratch his ass and said, and the guy fell. He said, that's my death touch. But you got to remember, Mike Tyson was strong in everything because he was not mentally there. They say the retarded people are strong. That's why.
Is everything, babe? It's like a bright light that's shining freely. It's shining freely. I don't wanna be that dude that comes off very rude when I see you. But I'ma say this when I meet you. Hey, Miss Beautiful, how you doing today? It's really nice to meet you. I swear it's something special. Baby, hey, Miss Beautiful, how you doing today? I think I'm falling for you, but I don't even know you.
You come, your soul come out somebody, yo, stupid, get on the floor. What the hell are you doing?
Your skin complexion.
No, but if they give me millions to fight Mike Tyson, the first 2 to 3 punches, I make it look like I'm good.
I swear you
Oh yeah, you missed that shit.
it's not magic.
I be like this. I be like the old lady and shit. Knocked out, and then I be like this, peeking. I be peeking and shit. Oh, you only up to 7. You only up to 7. 10 mil. And then when they be like, so what were you thinking when you were fighting Mike Tyson? I was thinking what airline I was gonna take because I'm going to Disney. I made 10 million. Right? All right, guys, ready? I'm like, shit. I made 10 million. What you think I'm thinking about? All right, guys, ready?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you guys are just catching up, of course, this is our favorite day. Should be your favorite day too, Thursday for Day of Summer, right? Body by Sando. This is where we at, doing our martial arts this segment, right? Getting ourselves in shape. So without further ado,
Health as
I'm
well.
gonna pass it over to the chief, and I'm gonna let him lead the ship, right? I'm gonna step back like this.
All
To the
right,
boss.
y'all.
Let's see what's up,
All right, y'all. So let's get ready to get warmed up.
right?
All right, Warriors, thank you for being here today.
Take one step forward for me, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate
We're going to
you.
get warmed up, and then we're going to get right into action, all right? Let's get ready to get warmed up. We're going to start with some circles, okay? Just make sure everything is warmed up. We're going to start at the head and work our way down, okay? Let's start with 9 circles. 9. Close your eyes if you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You know the rest. And reverse. Just getting the joints warmed up. All right. All right. Now we're gonna have to groove to this. Come on. Show this. Come on. Come on. When that beat come on, that's the trigger, right?
Always me. Feet start moving.
The front. Come on. Come on. Yeah. 4, 3, 1. Good job. So right here. Circle. 1, 2, 3. All right. He said, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
This is the one that's going to help the lower back.
This one, right?
The lower back get hurt. A lot of people
Reverse.
experience lower back problems. Try to rotate. You don't have to go as fast as we're going. Take a little bit slower. You might hear a couple of cracks.
All right.
You know.
And
Side.
together. Okay, now we're going to go to the knees, okay? Don't laugh at this one. Hands on the knees. This is an old school one. A lot of people don't use this no more.
It's the granny move. Granny. My granny move
hit
ain't
the
too good.
cracks.
I ain't too good at doing the granny.
Reverse. He said, I use that by dance. And bring it up. All right. Come on. Now, when you lift up the right, you're going to move the left hand. Once again, lift up the left leg, right hand. Right from the stomach hand. Almost like you're backing in the track, right? Good job. 4 more. Last. Give me 2. Oh, and this one. Put 1 foot out and circle it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Verse.
Oh, boy.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, balance. Here, how you gonna get it up there?
I can't see my feet, but I ain't doing too good.
Leg out, point the toe, and circle it 9 times. To the right,
Okay.
and then 9 times to the left. You gotta hold your balance. So you're working on 2 things.
Right.
2. All right, now let's.
Did you know that balance is one of your 5 senses? One of your 10 senses?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ah, everybody
Also-
don't have balance.
That's right. One of the 5 components of fitness. So right hand to the left hand to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Come on, 4. That's right. Put your stomach in.
There you go.
To warm up and use as many muscles as possible.
There you go.
And hold on. Now we're going to the back thing. While you're doing this, left hand going to the right hand going to the left. Try to touch the opposite shoulder. Bam, 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 bam. Yes, you can go to the beat or go past the beat. Good job. 5. 2. And that's good. All right. Let's march it out. Get ready for jumping jacks. We're going to do 2 and 1 jack. Watch me first. Up, out. Let me slow it down. You're going to go out, hands up. You come back, and then the hands go up, and you come back. All right? And we're going to do it to the beat.
Gotcha, I follow.
You ready? If you got bad knees, then just do it with the step. Yes? Let's go. Come on. 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7. Our goal is to do 20. 1, 2. Let's go. 3. Let's go. 4. Let's go. 5, 6. Looking good. Sam.
I'm doing great, bro.
All right. 8, 9, and breathe. All right. Take a deep breath. Always take about 10 seconds to 15. If you haven't been working out in a while, we're going right to the squats next.
Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Trust me, it works.
Ready?
Ready.
Squat. Let's go. Your best 20. Sit back like you're sitting in a chair. 10. Good. Come on. 10 more. 1, 2. Just hook. We're doing 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Let's get ready for the kick. This kick that we're doing first, right to the front. Before you do any kick, you should know how to get the knees up. Watch me first. Get in position. Ready? Okay. And we just lifting up the knees. Let's go. Let's go. Lift up the knees. Bam. Bam. No kick yet. Lifting that knee up like you're trying to get it to the elbow. Good. 4, 5. I need 20. 6, 7, 8. Good. Keep those hands up. 9. Unless you're doing a variation. 10 more. 1, 2. Come on. 3. Get the math in. Come on. 5, 6, 7. We almost there. 8, 9, and 10. Get ready for that jumper jack.
I'm ready.
Excuse me. Jump rope. 5, 6, 20 seconds. Let's go. You don't always need to take 10 seconds to rest.
I like to breathe when I work out. Sorry.
I'm like, is that me?
No, that was me. I'm breathing. I'm alive.
8 seconds.
Y'all
Breathe.
feel this? I can feel it. I'm at
2.
home. Y'all at home. Right.
All
Say it
right,
again.
other
I'm at
side.
home. Y'all at home.
Ready? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10. You got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo!
Good shit.
All right, y'all.
Good stuff.
Obliques
I
is
don't say what I
next.
say, do
Ready? Obliques is next. Hands up. Let's go. Feet shoulder distance apart. 4, 6. Keep your stomach in. We're at 120. Two and 1. All right. That was the first round. All right. Now we're gonna test his memory and see if he remember the first exercise.
Oh, wow. Well, I do remember the first exercise. It was this.
Yeah.
That was our warm-up, right? That was our warm-up.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna work our way backwards so he. Okay.
Let's get it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So what was the last one?
The last one we was doing these. Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
So we're gonna kick. We take from the knee into the kick.
Gotcha.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go 20. Knee up,
Oh.
6, kick. 4, 5, 6. Make sure you get on this leg. 7. And when I'm throwing my kick, I also control just a bit. I don't keep kick like Bruce. And we ain't even throw the punches yet. 5. Switch. All right. You can always take 10 seconds to breathe. Hit the other side. But we going in like the SWAT team. Let's go. Hey. 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 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3. Pull that stomach in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. Good. Jump rope. Let's go. 20 seconds. And then we're going to go to the next one. Chichos. Chichos.
Chichos?
Yeah.
I don't like chichos.
Obliquos. Charles over there laughing.
Charles can be the jump rope too.
All right. Give it a right in. We're going to do the first one.
With Grammarly, you can
Then
find
we're going to add the steam engines. Let's go.
perfect words that make your writing sharp or
Always like to
explicit
throw something
or
new in there
excellent or
so that you won't get bored.
Facts.
Okay, so this is how we started. You can do pyramid style, start from the top, or you can start from the last one you did and work your way back. You can do it with weight, you can do it without weight. And after you finish that 20, go on to the next one. Challenge yourself. Left to the right knee, vice versa. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Some of y'all advanced, so you got to push yourself. Notice I'm going slow. So after 20 seconds, if you need to, you can speed it up. 3, 2, and take a break. Oh yeah. Huh? Maybe.
How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good.
Feeling good? Keep
All right,
going.
jumper jacks. Let me see what jack we did.
Jumper jacks?
Yeah, let me see what you remember.
Watch this.
Hey, he good. Come on. Hey, why am I sweating more than you?
I don't know about that. You just being serious. Woo! Dog sweat to me.
Come on. Woo! 2, let's go. Well, that's you making all the noise, not me.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought that was me making all the noise. Come on.
no, I loaded now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Made it a little longer for you. 2, come on. 2, and 1. Woo! That felt good. All right. You can't hear him though. He's saying that felt good. That felt good. All right. All right. Before we take a quick break, we're going to do one more exercise, yes? And then we're going to come back and do what we need to do. Ready? Double step. Working on lateral movements as well as the first one, sagittal and frontal planes, yes? All right, don't worry. Just stay with us. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or add different movements, punches. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. You add up elements into it. Okay. Keep it original. Extra crispy. Not too much chicken. French fries. Ooh. He tried to hit me. Enjoy your workout. All right? Yeah. All right, so we're going to get ready to take a commercial break, and we'll be back. Whew. Do a clap for them.
Then you did the squat, and I was like, that's why I was like, okay. I was like, woo woo. Remember that little whistle? No, I put you on. I was looking in the bag, right, for thing, I didn't see it, and I was like, you have more mic. My shirt. I forgot I just did a show. Oh, my mind's been so many places today.
To make the time, I have to give it up to you. So body, heart, and mind. You wanna be my man, so I'll give you all my heart. 'Cause I know I won't forgive myself if I keep keeping
So you wanna-
us apart. Love takes time. Give up together, give up together. Let's take our time. Give up together, yeah. If we both believe. Give up together, give up together. Stars will align. Everything will be just fine. And I never saw it coming. 'Cause I was focused all on me. And I was just too blinded to think you could be for me. Love takes time.
Stand off.
Give up together.
50 seconds. When you watch your video, you can see your guy's feet. And then I put this camera down. Like, look at this one. Look at his cuts. You got one to look, you got one to him, one to him, one for both. 30 seconds, guys.
Watch the wire.
Give up together, give up together. Let's take our time. Give up together, yeah. If we both believe. Give up together, give up together. Stars will align. Everything will be just fine.
Guys, you coming on?
Everybody doing? Yeah, so welcome to Rhythm and Dance, the segment of
I'm live. See, guys, second episode. I'm still making mistakes.
It's Thursday, bro.
yeah, it's Thursday.
When in doubt, it's Thursday.
Welcome to Rhythm and Dance. This is my guest Ratchet. He's special ops and he's Flatbush Bullies.
What's good?
He's
How
a
you doing,
connector and an animator. Any other styles you specialize
I mean, I wouldn't even say I'm a connector, bro. I would
in?
say
Why not?
because connecting is more like, to be completely honest with you, like connecting is more of a hobby and a dummy style for me. You know, I come from that era. Like, you know, when we was
Explain
dancing.
to them what's a dummy style.
Okay, so basically, to make a long story short, a dummy style is something that you portray yourself to be or that you push out, but that's not your full potential. So what we used to do is we used to have dummy styles in order to either deceive our opponents to make them think that we were not as nice as they think we are, or two, to draw in certain type of people so that, you know, they would see the hands moving and be like, oh yeah, he food. And then once he come in, the switch.
Hey,
And
cut
it's
right
over.
off.
And what's that called? A dummy style. Oh, okay. So, because my dummy style was just the person that was behind in my classroom. When I used to look at him, I was like,
Son,
that boy got some dummy style. You don't know what 2 plus 2 is?
yo, I am weak. So Ratchet,
Yes.
how do you feel about the flex game like right now? Like how the state it's in? Like,
Good question, man. Thanks.
Hey, you said
I mean,
don't Gail King you, so I'm just
yeah.
gonna ask you good questions.
Yeah, you're right. If I'm gonna be 100% real, I feel like there's a disconnect between the new generation and the generation that came before, which would be my generation. Being that, you know, a lot of the dancers that started dancing when I started dancing were
becoming the gatekeepers of the styles now. And a lot of the newer dancers are coming to us and looking to us for the gems and the jewels and the scrolls. And I feel like, as far as the new generation goes, I feel like they're wasting too much time trying to get foundation and not bringing that new and creative and innovative energy that that's supposed to set them apart and make the style what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
What I can say to kind of make a monkey wrench in there, it's hard to be new and creative when you hear people, and certain people in your generation be like, oh, these little dudes don't know nothing about foundation. They don't know what a four corners is. They don't know what a horse stance is. They don't know what a heel toe is. So now when we hearing that, we over here like, all right, so now we got to learn how to do that, plus what we do, and make that old shit way better than what y'all do.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep it real. Like, I don't agree at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a difference between the whole reason why, you know, our generation and the generation before ours is telling the newer generation to tap into that foundation is because it helps to sharpen what you already have. You're not supposed to get caught up in the crap. You're not supposed to get caught up in the actual aspects of going back to that old school stuff. It's like the old school stuff is supposed to give you a template, and then you're supposed to base and build off of that. You're not supposed to just sit and be grounded in it and only do that by itself, because that's not what we did. You know what I'm saying? And the difference between us and you guys is the newer generation is that we didn't have access to as much jewels as they have access to. A lot of things was figuring out on your own, figuring it out without no help.
We had YouTube. Like, that's the first time I've seen a battle like on YouTube.
No help.
Y'all had DVDs back in the day and shit like that.
Right.
I know you laughing, but for
I
real.
was gonna ask, like, how old are you? 30s?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. No, because you don't look your age, right?
I
So
mean,
that's why I was actually saying, I was like, how this guy saying young, sir? He young himself. You know what
I know, but like to touch base on that, it's like the way we gauge it is we look at the like we do it by generation. So you see how like you would have your grandfather, your grandmother,
Right.
and so forth. Like we do it based off of the original, which was the Flex in Brooklyn TV show, which was early 90s into middle 90s. Then when the whole the switch over with the Bruck up and it becoming into the Flex style that it is today, that would be like the late 90s into the 2000s. So anybody from earlier on, that's like great-grandparents. Early 90s is your great-great-great-grand. That's the ancestors right there. That's the dudes that...
Nah, for real.
That's the dudes that, you know, they're like iconic. You know what I mean? And then the dudes that came after them are the OGs. Those are the dudes that we came up watching and that we used to cut school and go to the shows to watch them go on stage. And then it's us. And then it's the, you know, I would say, then it's him. And then I would say it's the dancers that are after him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we do it by generation. That's what we mean by generations. We're not saying like, you know, who's old, young, or whatever, because
it's just when you started dancing.
Because there's it's when you started dancing. Because there's some people who
that have been around him and then just started dancing.
Right.
And you're technically a rookie right now.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't feel like it was their time. You know what I mean? Because I kind of fall into that category. You know, I started dancing like 2002, 2003. And, you know, I used to go to BCAT and I used to go to Flex in Brooklyn, but I didn't feel like that was my time. You know what I mean? At the time, I didn't take dancing serious. I wasn't really engulfed in the dancing. I looked at dancing more as fun as opposed to actually art and a style and something that I wanted to dive into. I also did a lot of dance hall. So like dance hall was like my core style. Flexing was just something that I knew how to do. You know what I mean? And then my dance hall group would throw me at flexes. Like we'd go to parties and stuff like that, and we have our routines. And then the minute a flexer come out, go get him, bro. And I gotta figure it out.
How do you like? Is it a mental difference? Because, like, you know, we got to talk about mental health and fitness. Is it a mental difference between your dancehall character and your flexing character?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that was actually a problem when I first started because my issue was that I treated them like night and day. So what would happen is that my dancehall style was more free and energetic because that was like the way dancehall was presented.
Right.
It was like you had to be free and you had to, bring your own flavor to the mix. But then with flexing, it's all about aggression and pain and
run down
and anger and you know what I'm saying. So it's like I would go to each avenue for different emotions, and it wasn't until I was able to find out a balance that I was able to be like, okay, I can be gritty and angry in my dancehall style, but I can still be playful and whimsical in my flex style. So it wasn't until I figured out how to marry the two that I was able to make my style into what it was. Because I used to always have a problem switching between styles, and people would tell me, they'd be like, yo, if you were to bring this to this, you would be dope. And it'd like, I would always have that issue. Right. I wouldn't know how to mix the two.
4 minutes. All right. Is it, okay, because I asked JD this question last time.
Yeah.
Is it any advice you would give to like somebody that wants to just learn this style? Like somebody that just like sitting down probably watching this right now is like, okay, like after I see what he do, I might just want to learn how to do this.
I would say turn your computer off and feel it out. The problem that the biggest issue I feel is that the dancers is losing the connection with the music. Reggae is our pulse, it is our bloodline, it is what this style was built off of. And I feel like when these old tunes come on, they don't hear and understand the tones of the tune. All they hear is the beat, or they hit it the way they've seen somebody else hit it.
Now this is what I was gonna say, because in my generation that's a huge problem. And then it's like me, I had the blessing of being BSV and then being setters and like being around people that like they learned both sides of the fence. You feel me? So it's like I have the reggae knowledge, the feeling, that aura, like you feel me? Because like with flexing and break up, like you could learn it, it'll be cool or whatever, like you'll look nice doing it, but you like it's a certain aura that we portray, like when we do a certain move, like literally, like we won't move left as like everybody else would. Like it's crazy.
It's that party style and that party atmosphere that got us even in that position to want to dance. So you have to keep that in mind. Understanding that it's anger and it's aggression, but still remember that, you dancing for the ladies, because that's what we originally started dancing for. It was for the females.
Ooh,
so it's like,
wait a minute. Let's speak on that, because that's another thing my generation don't got. Oh, like I am tired of going to these events and it's literally wall-to-wall dudes. Like nah.
It's so true.
Y'all laughing, but it's for real. Like it be wall-to-wall dudes, and it's not even like random people. Like it's people I see every event. Like yo, bro. How many times we gonna go to these events? Yeah, bro. Gonna see you at the next round of flames? Yep. All right.
Well, I mean, but not to throw nobody under the bus and not to put nobody out there, but we all know the reason why it's not wall-to-wall females. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Dudes is not moving the way they used to move. There's too many scumbags. So it's like you can't feel safe. You know what I'm saying? You can't feel safe in certain places, in certain areas with certain females. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be a fight, and that's going to be a disagreement. So sometimes it's better just to leave the shorties at home. But I do agree with you. It should be more of a mixed group in there.
So we're about to go to commercial break. Next segment, we're going to have Roger teach. We're going to roll the dice on this one.
Uh-huh.
No, y'all can keep talking when y'all...
You know the whole time you sitting on the...
This song is dedicated to all the lives that was lost over the years to gun violence in America. It's time for a change. Mr. President, people of the world, it's time for the truth to be told. But with the rhymes in my mind, the rhythm in my soul, the mic in hand, I'm in control. Till you're evil-minded, I don't mean to be bold, but when I'm on the mic, you're all on hold. To the people in the place, I will be polite. And to your evil-minded people, tonight's my night. Guns in America. Innocent lives are taken every day by people with guns who attack their prey. Not only in America but around the world. A life is worth more than money or gold. From the island of Jamaica to TNT, to the streets of New York, we need unity. A gun in the wrong hands makes matters worse. I'm tired of seeing innocent lives in a hearse, God knows. Guns in America. Guns in America. Now as we prepare to bury the dead, we should be celebrating life, happy birthdays instead. It starts with the government to make a change. All lives matters. Is that so strange? Between heaven and hell, that's where we stand. For those who disagree, show a wave up your hand. From America, London, and even Japan, we gotta make this place a better land. Guns in America. Guns in America. Is it to protect and to serve and protect? Certain agencies carry for respect, like the FBI, the DEA, the CIA, and the NRA. Homeland, on the other hand, can't control guns across the land, so let's keep it simple, simple and plain. Keep the guns out the hands of the insane. Guns in America. Guns in America. Now, children of tomorrow, you're the children of the light. I'm gonna take you on a serious flight throughout the world, throughout the land. Children of tomorrow, please try to understand the way things are in the world today. I don't want you all to go astray. You just listen to your parents and hear what they say. Where there's a will, there's a way. Guns in America. Guns in America. Now dig it. I try to keep the faith for a better day, but it's up to the president and the NRA. It's time for a change. G-Lights on the mic. Chris is on the beats. D. Palmer, engineer. We at Studio 13. And Guns in America.
You know, the art of animating is basically bringing something that's not alive to life. So you can use your whole environment. You know what I mean? For example, I could walk, hit a door, wonder where the door is, feel around, feel till I get the knob, turn the knob, go in, close the door, knock back on the door, try to look inside, find the key, open the door back up, slam the door behind me. You know what I mean? So in other words, it's whatever your mind's eye wants to create, you can create it. You know what I mean? You know, they know me for my gun work. You know, one of my claims to fame is always knowing where my gun is, always understanding where my gun is, understanding the dimensions of it, understanding where it is, understanding what I could do with it, and keeping it in constant view. If you're gonna make your gun disappear, understand where it went and understand how to bring it back. But at all times, always keep in mind that wherever your animation is, that's where it's gotta stay. So it's real world rules to your animating even though it may not be there. So keep an eye with where things are, understanding that when you throw your guns up, give it a little bit of weight so that it looks like it's there, even if it's not. Even if you take out a coin, it's tails. But even if you know that your objects and your stuff is there, the main point is, if you have a box, open your box up, take whatever you want to take out, and build, and build, and build, and build. But understand that it's always going to be there. So if you brought out an umbrella and you're walking through the rain, you don't want to start using your umbrella and then all of a sudden it turned into a pogo stick. How the hell did you do that? That's not real world rules. Real world rules would dictate this is an umbrella. Now if you're the penguin and that's your character, then you can always turn it into something else. But like I said, setting your animations up and understanding where they are is your best bet, and it's your safest way to bring your crowd in. Now, the only thing I would tell you is that when animating, it is very important to make sure that you keep clarity. Because if you don't know what the hell you're bringing out, your audience don't know what the hell it's bringing out. So always know the difference between a pole, a stick, and a hammer. They all have handles, but it's the weight that each one brings. So your pole is gonna have your extensions, and it's gonna always be a certain amount of dimensions, a certain amount of weight, versus your stick, which you can use for fencing if you want to play around. You can use it on a picket fence, or you could just break it over your knee. But if you got the hammer, you know with the hammer there's going to be a little bit of recoil when you nailing those nails in. It's going to be a little bit of recoil. And if you swing it over your shoulder, might be a little weight when you knock yourself back. But always remember, know where everything is. So where did I throw the stick? Did I throw it over there? Or is it right here still? Exactly. I broke it in half, threw it over there. So at the end of the day, if you learned anything from today, always remember, whatever you conjure is only limited to your mind. The real world has no place in your mind's eye. Yet, remember that your animations have to have those real world rules, because that's the difference between pulling out a gun that the Joker would pull out with the bang at the end, or you firing a whole clip on somebody. It's your boy Ratchet, and this was Animating 101. Yeah.
Wait, I got a quick thing for my dancers out there that want to know. You can come in too, questions and answers. But half of the stuff you were doing, we learned when let me say my age, when we had the cardboard days, right?
Right.
The first thing we learned was the baseball.
Right.
You know, you hit the baseball and then you do the moonwalk,
right,
or act like
float,
you're running,
float,
right?
Catch it,
so that's what that was reminding me of.
Right.
How much of that in the 80s? I already said it, showing my age. But how much of that of the 80s do you try to still incorporate with your dancing?
Well, any flexer will tell you that Michael Jackson, Breakin', Beach Street, these were all movies that we watched. You know, even though we're younger, our uncles watched it while we was around. Our older cousins watched it while we was around. Our pops and our OGs watched it, so we eventually had to watch it. And a lot of those aspects and understandings are fluid within our style. We do take and we do have elements from other places, But what sets us apart is, like I said, that blood and that pulse, which is that island beat and that island flow.
Okay.
That island style is what makes us different from other styles. But we do understand and we do pay homage to the styles that came before us and the styles that we came up understanding and looking at.
So that kind of comes back to what I was saying earlier. Like last time I was on the show with JD, I was like, it was basically like a reggae pop locker. Like that's basically what Brook Up was in a sense.
Yeah.
Because when I approach pop lockers and I do this, they don't even know how to do this. They don't know it's just popping in that one part of your
Oh,
show.
I was about to call the cops. I thought he had.
Yeah,
I thought he had a seizure. I was about to call in, and I was like, "Hey." I was about to call
It's
in.
understanding, yeah. It's understanding the counts. You know what I mean?
I'm like, what?
Right.
What
So-
he just do to his soul?
I'm glad you said the counts. What is the different counts between breakers and lockers versus hip hop and ballets? Because I know some of them go by 5, 6, 7, 8, and some of them go by another numbers. What are the difference?
I mean, the funny thing is that like we stay away from, like, we have our own counts too, but the
We
same
don't
way,
really count.
yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Y'all
We
don't
make
really-
noise. It's always a
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so y'all go with the sounds.
Yeah.
we go with the
Oh,
sound,
okay.
and two, we go with the feeling of it, how it feels.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like one of the main things that you have to stay away from is you have to stay away from mirror dancing. Like, it's good to watch yourself in the mirror, but don't be a slave to the mirror, because then you get caught up in always having to see yourself in order to dance. You have to go off of the feeling.
But
So,
then that makes it
so,
bad when
so
you
your
battle.
best bet would be, like, if you're just starting out, your best bet would be record yourself.
Okay.
Take your phone, record a couple of rounds of you going at one song, play it back and see what parts you want, what parts you don't want, how you do and how you move, and then from there you can expand and understand like how to maximize what you're doing to your crowd.
Okay.
But I would say it's better to record yourself than to be in the mirror, because yeah, you'll get the cleanliness, but you won't be able to have that.
Can't look back at it.
You can't look back at it. And then not only that, you'll get used to only being able to look at yourself. If your opponent is across from you, it's a chess game.
Right.
If you come in the ring and you sit across from the guy you're staring at and you're just watching him the whole time, that's intimidating. Or if the minute you walk in, you grab his heart and then you just holding it in your hand.
Right.
Just letting it beat
And then eat it and
while
pull it
he's
out.
dancing. Just letting it beat while he's dancing. And you just letting him know, like, yo, when this shit is over, this shit is stopping.
Like, for real,
going.
that
You know what I mean? So
you could.
you don't get this from mirror dancing. This is watching yourself in the mirror and getting yourself accustomed to seeing how certain waves feel, how certain moves feel, so that even when you're nervous, your body, your muscle memory will know,
This
oh
is what
shit,
you're doing.
okay, if I get in this position right here, I can do this. If I get in this position, I can do this, because it feels natural to you. As
Okay.
opposed to you getting nervous and then not knowing what to do and fumbling through your moves and forgetting your moves.
That's the worst. And the one problem I used to always have when I battle, dancing, but I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking for the familiar faces. I'm like, who in here that I know watching me? Like,
I mean, dancing and watching everybody is not a bad thing, because you're engaging your crowd and it lets them know that like you're not scared.
but when I say watching everybody, it was more like
Looking
I
for
would do a move.
approval.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
do a move and it'll be
yeah.
like, was
Yeah.
that hard?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Try another one.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that hard? All right. Now
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
But that kind of throws you off, because now you're looking to appease everybody else. Like, usually when you're doing your own thing and being different, like, you're going to hear a lot of that on the show. Just focus on yourself and being yourself, and whatever you like, just bring it to the style.
All
That's
right.
it.
All right.
Yo,
All right, we're
yo,
gonna have a little dance.
Get it, bro. He's warming up.
Warming
Yeah,
up.
he's ready.
All right, let's
I
do
know
this.
I'm
Let's
down
do
right
this.
now. So he gonna go first.
Let's get it. Let's get
I
it.
go first, so you can just end the whole thing.
It's up to you, bro. It don't matter to me.
Ooh, that sound like battle words to me.
Yo, see, I always amp something in here. See, I bring family in here. I be no option shall be on this
Listen.
show.
I'm from Brooklyn, man. When you say, yeah, man, whatever you want to do, listen, that's what whatever you want to do. Take that so many ways. That was dope. I'm impressed. That was dope.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the rest of Dear Summer. What do you mean no commercial break? You're supposed to do a commercial break, man. No? Okay.
Oh, show over.
I guess we're not going to commercial break. Charles fooled me on that one, y'all. Yeah, but we here. Real talk though. That was dope though, man.
Ratchet, yo, let them know where they can find you.
Facts.
Facebook, Troy Ratchet Brown. Instagram, SneakerFiend11. Also, I am a sneakerhead, and
Oh yeah, yo, I gotta have that episode for you today.
Makes sense.
I'm a sneakerhead, and I'm doing like an up-and-coming sneaker / how it correlates to dance and style and everything like that. So you can follow me on Soul_Society11.
Y'all gonna have to run everything back to get over that.
Soul_Society11.
I'm just saying, when JD was on here, his was like a paragraph.
Yo, yeah, what was JD Instagram again, son?
His Instagram was a paragraph.
No, for real.
Something like the most invincible man in the world by myself on this page now. That was his Instagram.
You better recognize
That was his Instagram.
Not for real.
Invincible man in this world on my page right now. That's my Instagram. What?
Yo, when I watched the video, and I was like,
I gotta watch Instagram was because I was.
Oh man,
That's definitely
funny, man. But yo, y'all dancing, man. Like, so let me ask you something before we like go out. Where do you see a dancing going from here?
Where do I see mine going?
Yeah, like you guys are really, really good. You already got people watching, doing your thing. So where do you see it going?
Doing shows and like teaching kids and like doing like I guess basically like the basic dancer life, like you know like doing like little TV show gigs.
I mean, because the way you guys dance, man, y'all doing that in living color dance and you know all that type of good stuff. There's money in it if you chase the right avenue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
You know the last time Living Color was on TV, right?
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, for real. They play
On Antenna TV.
Reruns. I'm talking about boy.
Well, you asked me, right?
Yeah, I ain't
The reruns on nighttime.
I mean, dancers.
What I'm saying about
What you're
that
saying is you old. That's what you're saying.
think bigger. Living Color been out who knows how long. They did something great. Do something great.
Right.
Do something great.
Yeah.
Feel me? You got the talent. You don't need them. Just like how he said. You looking in the mirror, you looking at yourself too much. You got to go with how it feels. So where do you see it going? If you looking at Living Color like that, then hey, make it great. He made it great.
Think big.
They had somebody come on and host to do their thing while the dancers in the back doing their thing. Look what happened to J-Lo.
Yeah.
You know,
Living Color.
the way with the way our style is going and how openly it's been received around the world, because we have people in Russia flexing,
South Korea,
Worldwide.
Thailand flexing, India flexing, Africa flexing.
Shout out my guy Paul.
Hey.
The sky's the limit, but for me personally, this dance thing has a special place in my heart where this is my escape. You know what I mean? And I always had a conflict with it because making money versus
what you love,
this being my love and my escape. It's like, what do you do when the thing that you love is the source of your stress?
Yeah, buddy.
That's always the conflict with me, and that's what's always stopped me from pursuing it on a bigger, wider scale. But you know, a lot of people is telling me that I should challenge myself and step up.
Sounds to me like you just need some help and need to try to stop banging this thing out by itself. We all need somebody to get there, right? We can't do it by ourselves, right?
Hey,
Right. So, on that note, we want to say good night. Thank you for everybody that watched. We appreciate everybody that watches the show. This is Dear Summer, Body by Sandor. Next week, Thursday. Peace.
No. No. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.